of times you do joint straight live and it gets a little loose and it loses the pocket that I love about hip hop. At the end, you know, this is some hip hop shit at its base. So I wanted to implement people like Marco Polo and Knox and whatever to keep that feel, as well as myself and Lee Stone on production from Simon Says and before. And just keep that feel together. But what we did was, you know, when we would get the basics, we would probably kind of like strip it down, deconstruct again, and made sure it kept temperament of the rock feel, because I want to be authentic in that world as well. One thing God said from the beginning is, imagine some dude from the rock genre sliding over in an interview and saying, yeah, I'm going to make this hip-hop album. How all of hip-hop would be like, what the fuck is he talking about? And who's going to, you know? So, you know, he was very strenuous and stern about making sure it attacks that side of the genre as well. And that's why I brought Marcus and Daru in, you know, after I understood what the core of the record would be. I needed to make sure it could, you know, pass on that, get a passing grade on the rock side as well.
Were their masks inspired by Slipknot?
Nah, not at all.
I just had to ask.
Right. Nah, I saw this designer online out of Canada, and I was just like, I gotta have this shit for the group, because I know how dark I wanted the record to be, and I felt like it was a perfect fit. So this person makes the mask by hand, and I actually got them done at least 2 years ago.
Did you meet Ozzy yet? Because I know that you guys did a little bit of Black Sabbath and sampling on there. Has Ozzy hit you up?
No, and we didn't sample that song. It's totally live.
Oh,
Let me
wow.
make that clear. It's a few records on the album that's totally the band, no samples. And that's one of them where we, you know, I knew I wanted to redo this record, Hands of Doom, and we didn't even start with any samples. We just went in, played the riff over. We used all original gear, knees, board, went into tube, and all sorts of the original processes that they had, amps that they used, same guitars they used, because I tried to do research on that recording, in particular, Hands of Doom by Black Sabbath. And we just, you know, have at it until we got it right. And then I added like the fuzz and the static to make it sound like an old record last minute. But yeah, that's Marcus Machado on bass, Marcus Machado on guitar, Daru Jones on drums, and the chorus, that's Marcus Strickland is wilding out in the chorus part with the saxophone. And even though we played it over, we had to get it cleared because it's an interpolation, and that's how we ran into them. We sent them the song, and they said the same thing. They was like, we still hear the sample in it. And I was like, woo!
Yeah. Which song are you talking about? What's the title?
This song is called 666.
Oh, that's the one that came out last year, right?
Yeah. 3 6-word stories. And so it was an honor that they thought the sample was in there, because it wasn't.
Yeah, we had to send them the stamp.
Long letter.
Wow. Yo,
long letter, you know, begging them to let me do it, and they were like, "Yo, this is amazing." So that's already a blessing right there.
That is. So with the features, like, because I see Cypress Hill on this, was it hard choosing the features? Because I'm pretty sure there's some of your peers who'd be like, hey, Pharaohe, how come I wasn't on 13?
Yeah, I was having that conversation today with a bunch of my peers, but I wanted to stay authentic to the band and authentic to what would happen if you were to get a new band in that era. it wouldn't be a compilation, and it wouldn't be a bunch of other singers from other bands on the shit. So I'm like, why would I do that? Like, why would I do a bunch of features on the debut album of this project? You know, and I really wanted to be unapologetic about that, not kind of fold into the pressure of having a bunch of names on the shit for marketing. And it wound up, me sticking to my guns. So I think it's better for that.
Yeah, because it's very rare for an artist to stick to their guns, especially for like a debut album. And because like on Tidal, sorry Elliot Wilson, it's not a Pharaohe Monch album, it's a 13 album. Because they say the artist releasing tomorrow, it's on the Pharaohe Monch, but I'm like, well, it's 13 though.
Well, that's my fault.
Oh yeah, my bad.
That's my fault. This guy, I like, look, man. Don't nobody know who 13. Everybody know who Pharaohe Monch is. We're gonna have to tag your name on it too. He didn't want that. That was
marketing.
Me.
It's marketing.
I'm like, it's bad enough. It's already spelled weird.
Yeah.
I know.
Yes.
Right.
I got it saved on my phone.
People know because it's important. I think that Pharaohe has a lot of fans that we used to be on the road and people be like, yo man, I love Simon Says. When you gonna come out with another record? And we be on his 4th solo album, and it's like, yo man, we gotta, we have to let people know that this is you. You're not hiding. You know what I mean?
Right.
It is a band, and we will make it clear in all the marketing and in all the press releases. We'll make it clear that this is a band, but we gotta tag you. And so, if you just saw that band come up, oh, this is 13 on Tidal, you might not press play, but you see it's Pharaohe Monch and you press play. So, we'll get to that. But I want to get to the point where we don't have to do that with 13.
Yeah. Because I remember you said something about that in the DM, and I was wondering if you can touch that upon us since the album comes out tonight, sir.
Oh man, Amnesia's probably one of my favorite songs on the record, and probably one of the most different. It's original Marcus Machado on guitar, Daryl Jones on drums. Originally, we did an interpolation of Paul McCartney Wings song called Band on the Run. And we had the incredible vocalist from the UK, Rag and Bone Man, on the chorus. And this was a year and a half, 2 years ago. Me and Guy were sitting in rooms with licensing people and publishing people that were just drooling over this record. And we were like, we got one. In terms of a song that would resonate outside of the space that we're in terms of licensing and whatever. And we knew it would be difficult to probably get the clearance from McCartney, but I thought we would have a shot because we had Rag and Bone Man on it, and we played it all over live. And we sent it in, it was like, fuck you peasants, we're not clearing this damn record.
Wow.
And it didn't get cleared, so I had to go back in, rewrite the melody arrangement, bring Marcus back in to rewrite the chord progressions and melody of the guitar, and that's what happened with that song. And it's better. Also, it's better. Yeah, and then I had to pull Rag and Bone off of the song and sing the chorus myself. And I think, again, because of that, it's a stronger record now because it sounds like the pain of the band and the pain of this record, which is about me getting dementia and early onset Alzheimer's. Not in real life, but that's the perspective that the song is written from.